Hello and welcome. Today we are at the Apricot Centre near Devon in England, and we are at a farm walk that's all about agroforestry and how to incorporate trees and working with nature on your farm.
So I'm Bob and I'm a director of the Apricot Centre. So I thought I'd just do a quick introduction as to who we are and what we do. So the Apricot Centre has been here for almost exactly 9 years, 9 years in September. Our strapline is cultivating sustainability in land, lives and livelihoods. So we are about land. We're originally a 36-acre farm and was extended by getting a 5-year tenancy on a bit of land next door, so we're 60 acres at the moment. We sort of cultivate lives as well, so we have a school of regenerative land-based studies. So the farm bit is we grow fruit and vegetables. We do about 180 veg boxes a week, and then we have a wellbeing service. Well, there's a few different flavours of it, but just as an example, we work with the Adoption Support Fund, which entitles adopted children to mental health support. We get referrals from county councils to come to us, and we deliver therapies based on what they need.
Key things with the agroforestry systems are multifunctionality and diversity, and that's what this perfectly kind of exemplifies. It's offering environmental benefit to the landscape itself. It's offering a product that amends soil and can fulfil that circular system. So here at the Apricot Centre in the sort of market garden that's kind of central to the operation, there's agroforestry rows that are both alley crops. It's an alley cropping system, but also providing a shelter belt. Thankfully the wind and the rain is showing us exactly what it likes to do here, and the alleys are grown across the contour, bisecting that prevailing wind, so sheltering the field scale veg that's been interplanted between these rows. It's a single species of hazel, and if you can have a rummage around and a look in a moment. They're planted in like a double comb, so two parallel rows. The double comb means that one row is coppiced and the other is left standing, so it's never left bare, so there's always an element of protection from that prevailing wind and that weather and the sun when we do occasionally get it. The other benefit of this cross-contour planting is that it acts as a buffer for any nutrient runoff on this slope. So in heavy rainfall, and because these are in a rotation and the ground is tilled, it's not no-till or anything like that in between, there is an element of ploughing in the cultivation. Means that any sediment and runoff that we get is being retained by each row. So we're in Long Meadows now, which is marginal wet ground really. There's 2 Shetland cattle that graze this one side and then the other, and it's conservation grazing. There's not any sort of commercial outcome around them. They don't get put in calf, they just manage this as a landscape. But the idea with this, and especially from a sort of educational point of view for the Apricot Centre, was to try and demonstrate lowland woodland pasture and what Rackham would have sort of called old wild woods, and that sort of open scrubland meadow type landscape that a lot of Britain would have been covered in. So from an environmental point of view and a biodiversity point of view, that's what's trying to be achieved here. You can see the perry pears, which have been planted deliberately and they're protected, but all the other low-lying juvenile trees and scrub sort of vegetation is all self-seeded. And the reason it's not a complete bramble patch and a complete sort of jungle is that the cattle are grazed in here rotationally. But it's not to achieve, well, in this instance, it's not to achieve a yield, it's to maintain an environment and a priority habitat. Implementing livestock into a wooded grazing system or into a woodland system is something that's really worthwhile and worth looking into, and the benefits that livestock gain from being graze and reared in these environments it can't be overstated really, especially our more native and hardy breeds. The variety of grazing that they're able to access because of the length of season that they're able to graze out for, because of the appropriate breed and the appropriate landscape being hardier and being smaller framed, lighter footed, you don't get that poaching and congestion of the ground. And yeah, the ability to browse, like we've got Highland cattle at home on the farm, and those more outdoor, hardy, traditional breeds, they really they favour and love that diversity, and they will self-medicate, they'll react to different conditions, they'll eat things at different times of year and the seasonality of what's available, and they're really engaging with that landscape for its benefit and theirs.